You know, January is always a time where people are thinking about their goals and where they want to get to in life or maybe in just this year. And I've been doing a lot of thinking, about the same sort of things myself lately. And one of the thoughts or one of the ideas that keeps coming up that I think a lot of us are stuck on right now with the pandemic and with lockdown situations, while we are not necessarily getting out and getting after it as much as maybe we like to, is this idea of success and what is success. And really, the secret to success is to find something that you like to do and do it for a very, very long time. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be successful, but what does that actually mean? And are we looking at the right things to measure our success by? Most often, we are looking at things like those external drivers, those extrinsic motivators, like money, fame, power, the audience that you're able to reach, and using those as our metrics of success. And that can obviously be where we fall off from really actually getting to a point of deep meaning in our lives, because we know that up to a certain point, things like money, it's important. We need to be able to cover our safety and security. And at least in the US, the average is anywhere above 75,000 a year is where we start to see those metrics of happiness or fulfillment drop off when it comes to average income. So we do know there's somewhat of a relationship between some of those extrinsic motivators and levels of fulfillment or happiness, but that's not really where you get to those pinnacles of joy and fulfillment in your life. Really, it comes more from intrinsic motivators, and to me, the ultimate meaning in life comes from flow. We can start out on this journey of making meaning at any time, but to attain any real levels of success takes a very, very long time. And that's where that progress that comes with flow is really important, because without having some grit and some perseverance towards whatever it is you're pursuing and going after it for a very long time, it's only going to be something that, is a phase in your life or fizzles out and doesn't actually get you towards higher levels of meaning and fulfillment. So without being gritty or without being passionate about whatever you are pursuing, it's going to be very hard to stick through it for that long term. And grit alone's not going to satisfy that, at least in my opinion. You have to have at least some level of curiosity turned into passion for you to continue, especially on the day to day when things maybe are slower and you are just trying to check off your to-do list to keep moving towards those bigger goals. Because it's not like every single day along that path to success is going to be a highlight reel or you're going to have a blast doing things. Sometimes it's all about just those tiny tasks that have to get done that make up the components towards those bigger goals that you have, those dream goals, as I like to call them. So, when you see somebody that's maybe really hitting their stride, finding their flow, and getting into reaching more people or doing the things that you want, and it looks like they've done it in a short time frame, you've got to really remember that it's been a long journey for them as well. And it may not look like it if they are younger, but they've probably been putting in those reps and doing that time just as long for the years and years that it takes. They just started much sooner. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we all have our individual journeys to follow. Just remember that wherever you're looking towards going, just keep moving forward on a day-to-day basis and checking off those goals or those tasks that have to get done. And one of the things with peak performance that's really key is that we see those people that are able to really chunk it down and accomplish things on the smaller scale at a slightly faster pace than everybody else. It's kind of like the compound interest effect. And the more that you're able to even do things 1% better, 10% better, even upwards of 20% better when you're really in flow or you're able to focus and avoid all the distractions, and be productive. Those types of simple, small level changes is what makes it the difference towards your long-term success, especially if you do have big ambitions that you want to get after and accomplish with your dream goals. So just remember that time, and lots of it, is the truest measure of success. So keep moving forward. And even if it feels like the air is a bit out of your balloon right now with lockdown situations and the pandemic, just keep doing what you have to on a daily basis. Even right now is a great time to start to build up some of your ability to tolerate a higher level of work capacity in the number of tasks that you get done on a daily basis. They might not be those tasks that are going to really move things forward as much as you might like, but you can still kind of hack the system right now to at least build up your tolerance to that. Make your task list, your to-do list for each day a little bit longer and push through and become a little more gritty that way. Or also, there's lots of opportunities for being gritty with workouts, even if you do have to do it at home or get outside. Anything you can do to build up some of those components of peak performance right now is going to really help you in the long term with your success. So just keep moving forward, even if it is at a slower pace than you would like to right now. And remember, as always, dream on and find your flow.